So this is our discussion for the explain part of the Civics Mini-Inquiry, and we are going to be talking about the interactive constitution. I have Bridget on the phone with me so that we can do our discussion. So you want to talk about how you navigated that when you looked at it?
Yeah. So it was like a little confusing getting on there. Like, you go to the main page and as soon as you open it up, if I just exited out, sorry, it's like tells you like about the interactive constitution, like what it is and how it works. And then once you scroll down, there's like a little red button that says start exploring. So then you kind of click on that and it opens up all the articles. So it gives you the Constitution, and it says it has 27 amendments, and it includes the Bill of Rights and stuff. So it separates this into the articles, so the preamble and then all the articles and the amendments, all 10. No, sorry, more than 10, 27. And then you could kind of just press the plus buttons under all of the articles, and it gives you more information like section 1, section 2, section 3, all those sections. So it makes it a little easy to navigate. So say I wanted to look at the Article 1, which is the legislative branch, and I wanted to, look at the powers of Congress, the section 8. So you gotta click on it, and it'll bring you right to section 8. And this is supposed to be put into easier words to understand, I guess. I think it does because this is to borrow money on the credit of the United States, to establish uniform rule, things like that. They're going to be a little bit easier for younger people to understand, to provide and maintain a navy. So some of these things will, are a little bit more harder.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing you say. So what I'm hearing you say is that they kind of break it down so that it's more comprehensible for elementary students rather than an adult who's going to be able to look at it from a different perspective.
I would definitely say this, even for an elementary student, you would have to give them probably the direct link to the one you want them to do, because it's a little bit hard to follow. You would have to step by step get them there, and then give them the part to read, because some of these parts are a little bit bigger chunks. So definitely you would need to give them exactly what they should be reading, or even just take a part from this. I don't know if I would just give them the website and be hey, here you go.
Yeah, some of the things I talked about having teachers do is have students look at both sides of the debate. So giving students specific, okay, today we're going to focus on the legislative branch, and then just looking at that. So like you said, kind of guide or scaffold what they're going to look at. That way it's not okay, just go explore it on your own, and they're not going to get anything from it, versus okay, we're using it for this and for this purpose, and we're going to use it to do X, Y, and Z. I also said that you could analyze common interpretations between scholars, because they talked about there being two different kinds of aspects, stuff that scholars agree on and agree is fact, and then stuff that there's still up for debate. So I thought that was interesting, because you could have students look at either why they agree or why it's up to debate, and practice their justification skills.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Sure.
Yeah.
So we
definitely gives you a lot of vocabulary.
Yeah.
In here, most of the words in here are judicial and legislative and House of Representatives. Those are all vocabulary and it gave me it defined what the Constitution was, and it gives you some definitions, which is nice. So
even I found nonpartisan and Federalist, Supreme Court, Society, stuff that students would need to know what it is before looking at it. And then the last thing is what language function we would use for this kind of activity. I said investigating, because I feel that'd be the most appropriate, because this is an interactive activity and they're going out and actually looking at the material themselves, doing it like hands-on and making it like more accessible to like look at documents like this that are like important to our nation, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree with investigating, because that's basically what they're doing, is looking through it and stuff. So
Cool.
definitely agree with that.
Well, we're good on time, so do you have any final thoughts?
I don't think so.
All right, we good.